I'm not gonna make you wait any longer. Let's go. You want Trash Out to melt this ice block? Okay, so it is the way forward then. Good to know. Find a full heal. What's this? Oh. This might be the proper way, actually. Never mind, the only way forward... the other way forward is through here. Melt this, please. It's a Pokemon den. Do you want Trash Out to take a look inside? Yes. Oh joy, it's a maze. The Pokemon left its den. You completed the Pokemon den. Oh. So all I got was Dragon Tail. That's all. Huh. Hi. Oh, damn. You get a guaranteed fight with a mascot. That's kind of cool, actually. Too bad these Pokemon fucking suck. Like, legitimately. They have no purpose. Nice. Leave. I'm meditating. I told you to leave! Me and my Scaling are in the midst of our training. Nymphar, you said? You must be quite tough if you managed to make it here only to deliver me this water. I reckon it was hard. Let me give you and your Pokemon some. It will give your strength back. I just healed. Bless me, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Abraham. Amongst the 4 Cardinals of Eldiw, I am the one who protects the ground you're walking on. Mount Starburst's the heartbeat of our region, and without a proper balance, it risks destroying its own ecosystem. I'm here to ward it off, and at the same time, I take the opportunity to forge my spirit. Did you see that, Scallion? Someone came here for a visit. Then, tell me, my young friend, do you want to listen to the old legends? You see, I know them all inside out. Whoever believes I'm more than 500 years old is not that far from the truth. Wahaha! But, if my guess serves, that's not what you're here for, am I right? You know, you remind me of a person. Of course, you must be Versil's child. You are 2 of a kind. Your father was a great man and a real asset to our region. The terrible news of his disappearance was quite a shock for all of us. Oh, forgive my rude demeanor. What did you say your name was? Alice. I assume you came here seeking answers, don't you, kid? Well then, I'll tell you everything I know about it, but stay strong, because this story doesn't end well. Oh boy. You should know that your father has always been fascinated with science and its progress. That's why he decided, along with his best friend, Victor, to set up a laboratory in Howdwarf City, with the purpose of making it the biggest one in the region. Victor wasn't a skillful trainer, but to make up for it, he was a first-class mind. In other words, he was a perfect partner for your father. Step by step, the lab staff, enriched with new co-workers, it became well known all over Eldiw. Excuse me. Bleh. Among them was the renowned Aster, a kid about your age back then, who was considered an excellent and particularly bright assistant. In short, your father was doing his dream job, along with his friends and with a splendid family. But then, the unthinkable. What you're wearing in your ear is the Earth core, isn't it? Therefore, I shall say you are aware of the recent attacks by X-Pokemon. They have become commonplace nowadays, but the discovery is not a recent thing. Your father and Victor discovered them. Creatures from a mysterious universe, the human mind could only go further. Versal believed that these specimens had to be bred as normal Pokemon, but Victor had completely opposite ideals. Since then, their paths diverged, and the passion burning in the laboratory wound down. Invested in his ideas, Victor resigned and promised he would have found a solution to the problem. Using the funds acquired in his studies, he set up his personal organization with the sole purpose of sealing the X-Pokemon forever. As you might have guessed, Victor is the brains behind Team Dimension! Wow, okay. Kid, it's very probable that he was the one who made your father Versal disappear, so that he could have no opponents. But unfortunately for him, his love has been inherited by the new generation led by Aster. Trust me, Team Dimension couldn't have made a worse enemy. Now, I ask you to come with me, Alice. I've got something to show you. Here, kid, follow me. Ooh. We're heading for the Zenith Cave, one of the 4 Xenogates of the region. The access is permitted only to those who have achieved Lux Flawn's blessing. But let's not argue semantics. I will explain everything later. The plan of Team Dimension is merely the first domino. The whole planet is in extreme danger. But to fully comprehend these words of mine, it is necessary for you to learn about this ancient legend. Billion years ago, the universe was ruled by a majestic and powerful Pokemon, Vacuum. Its size was comparable to a planet, its body burning like a star. Just like every creature, Vacuum was torn deep down by diametrically opposed intentions. The light, symbol of peace and evolution, and the darkness, bearer of terror and annihilation. Despite its tremendous power, the primeval creature was still a subject to the arrow of time, and therefore doomed to age and become weaker and weaker. Meanwhile, the dark energy within the creature willing to leave that dying shell started rebelling with the purpose of establishing its own separated identity. And thus, the darkness busted out of its prison, causing the death of the Pokemon itself. Ooh. A large-scale deflagration was triggered and unleashed life throughout our universe. Galaxies, stars, and planets were generated. The Earth formed, ruled half by the light being, Luxflawn, who incarnated following the explosion, and half by the Dark Lord, Dragolisk. To maintain the balance between them, there were 3 elemental guardians, parts of Vacuum too. The starter Pokemon, Charlian, Trishout, and Shulong. So called because they were forerunners of life. But Dragolisk was convinced that life wasn't necessary and banished them from its territory. Therefore, they found refuge in Luxflawn's domain. Thanks to them, the hemisphere under the rule of the light being grew prosperous and florid. On the other hand, the one under the Dark Lords rotted and remained at a primal, inhospitable stage. When, upon the latter, envious of its brother's work, decided to make its move. It wanted to steal some of the energy Luxflawn used to make Earth flourish so rapidly. Thanks to the intervention of both Luxflawn and the starter Pokemon, the attack turned into a defeat. However, Dragolisk was able to take over a tiny amount of energy it used to create soldiers under its will. The X-Pokemon. Along with its new army, the Dark One attempted another stampede, but it failed again. Then, according to legend, the Light Being, horrified by its greed for power, broke into its energy reserves to turn away definitively its evil twin. In doing so, Dragolisk was confined in another dimension, the Xenoverse. Under the domain of light, the Earth attained its fullest development. However, the Dark Lord never got over the defeat and tried several more times over the millennia to wreak havoc on its original planet by tearing fault and lines in space-time. But if Team Dimension were to break into the Xenoverse, darkness would fall on our lives. The rifts already located all over the region would give Dragolisk its chance of revenge. It would finally be able to take over everything that Luxflawn has developed until now. But there is a way to avert its threat. The starter Pokemon are the harmony that keeps this world alive, and you, Alice, bear one of them. You were the expected one whose duty is to prevent its destruction. The region, no, Earth, needs you. No, You are still missing something to do this, though. I took you here to ensure you obtain a power that goes far beyond the one you currently possess. I'm talking about the Xenoversal evolution. Thanks to that, you will be able to unlock the full potential of your Pokemon. In order to be given this power, however, you have to cross the limits of man. Alice, you see that enormous cascade there? That's not water flowing, it's terrestrial energy. It's Lux Flaunt itself trying to patch the rifts between this world and the other. Only those who possess the Earth Core can therefore walk through the Xenogate behind it. But to do that, you must be filled with a certain amount of grudge. That's why I don't know what you're going to face in there or even give you any help. Remember though, without good, there is no evil and vice versa. This is the key to harness blue energy. Enough with the lollygagging now. It's time to act. Come what may, always trust your ability and your Pokemons. Delve in there and come back victorious with an incredible new power. O Light Being, to you is my prayer. Grant your apostle the chance to face this trial. Now, go, Alice. A weird energy spreads through the cascade. The Xenogate sucks you towards it. Welcome to the Xenoverse.